Hello, friends, Romans, and also countrymen. And, it's me, Splice. I haven't really done a blog in a while, but, yeah, it's me here in the studio. I actually spent a little bit of time messing around with the camera to make sure all of the green screen was in frame. Um, I'm not going to be doing any green screen stuff with this one, because I'm wearing a green vest, and also there's nothing to green screen, but it's still just a cool thing. Anyway, and this chair is causing all sorts of shadows. I'm actually touching the green screen, but I just kind of wanted to show off the studio as it is because I've been making changes, and I kind of want to keep you guys updated because I know that I'm really into seeing people's studios because it's a big thing for me because I built this studio pretty much, and I'm constantly working on it and changing it. I just did a big major overhaul of everything and moved everything around and the like, which you won't actually see in this next round of videos. Hero came over. It was yesterday, I think, actually. Yeah, it was yesterday. And we busted out a ton of videos. We're playing Home. That's going to be coming up on Wednesday. Continued Chrono Trigger. We didn't do it that day, yesterday, but the next part of Hero Brian's Mansion with Hero and Reginald McMuffin, that's going to be going up, I think, this week. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So we got a lot of stuff done, and then we were discussing the studio, and we were talking about just redoing it a little bit and moving things around to make it work better. So that was part of what inspired me to really redo the studio a bit. It's not too drastically different, but it's different since I think the last video you saw the studio in was me just setting up this computer, so you haven't really seen the studio yet. So I kind of wanted to show that off. Now, what I'm using for the camera right now is my webcam, of course, but it's a little different than what I used to record. Not the webcam, but the setup. I'm experimenting with this new thing. So I'd be warned, there's going to be some shaky cam stuff, and the green screen isn't going to be a frame, but I'm really OCD about framing with the green screen, because my green screen's a little bit small, especially because, I'll talk about this later, but I moved it back about 1.5 feet, and that made it harder, and also, I don't know if you can tell, my camera's kind of wide angle, like, you can see how small my hand looks just by reaching. This is my arm's length back, and this is my arm's length forward. So you can see that's not a huge. I mean, granted, I have freakishly long arms, but like not this freakishly long. So it's a little bit fish-eyed, which makes it kind of hard to mess around with the green screen, because the green screen. Oh, that's changing to a picture when I do that. That's weird. Sorry about that. I was seeing what that button does. But anyway, yeah, so it's a little bit hard to frame the whole green screen because it's not the biggest green screen in the world, and this also isn't the largest studio in the world. So, without further ado, let's get to this, and I warn you, there's going to be shaky cam stuff. So, I'm actually going to take, well, I'll take you off this rig right now. So, what we've got is my face, but you can see I'm trying to do this without like losing too much of the cord because I don't want to pull this too much. So what you can see here is that we've got this, which is the TV, and then this second monitor here, and this is what I was actually putting the camera on. It's an old mic stand that's got a clip at the top, and I actually built. Let me just remove the camera from it. I'm going to set the camera down so you can actually see it. It's kind of low camera angle. So I built this, which is just out of cardboard and duct tape right now. I think I'm going to rebuild it in Sintra, which is a plastic. Sorry, I'm looking this direction, but that's where my face is, and I'm trying to tell if everything's in frame. I'm going to rebuild it in Sintra. I've been messing around with it. I've also been messing around with creating an attachment for one of my like small sort of like gorilla pod tripods. Creating an attachment for that for this webcam, so I'll have more mobility and more placement options, because right now when we record it just sits on top of the TV, which works most of the time, but the framing is always a little bit off and it makes it a little bit difficult. So anyway, I built this. I'm going to rebuild it out of Sintra, which is a plastic, but I don't know if you can tell. It's got, well, you can now, but there's a little notch. There's a little notch there. And the reason that needs to be there is this bit here gets clamped by the mic stand thing. And my webcam has a little foot that kind of gets squashed into this indent thing. And that's what holds it in place. And so it's like a nice little flat platform for the camera to be secure on. So anyway, that's just that little setup, which I improved up after the last recording session. So anyway, we've got, the TV, this stand, which I'm actually going to put up on the shelf here. So, my desk is kind of messy. I've got my keyboard, which is a Logitech thing. I'm wearing slippers because it's nice to wear slippers. I've got my Samsung camera, which I use from time to time, but it's only 480p. So I use it to record some of the blogs, but this looks better, the webcam, because it's 720. So I've got my Retro Duo SNES, the Double Dragon cartridge that I was blowing for good luck. Got my Xbox and my PlayStation 2. The Retro Duo, if you don't know, is a combination NES and SNES. So I've got Street Fighter 2 in here and Mario Bros. Got my SNES controllers. You notice this one's got little lumpies at the bottom there. These are both actually off-brand SNES controllers. And I prefer this one, honestly, but everyone who comes over and I play it at Street Fighter, they prefer this one for some reason. And then, of course, controllers. There's Xbox controller. Tissue paper for wiping stuff down. Or toilet paper for wiping stuff down. Duct tape. PS2 controllers, which they're wrapped up because I don't really play my PS2 all that often, because my game collection for my PS2 isn't that large. But yeah, there's my Xbox. Panning over this way, there is Nigel, my tower, which I'm gonna be continuously upgrading. My next big purchase for it, I think, is gonna be probably a 2 terabyte hard drive internal. I've got a 1 terabyte Western Digital Caviar Black, which is basically the most reliable hard drive you can buy for any reasonable amount of money. It's not a solid-state drive, which I wish it was, but those are really expensive. But it works really well. And Seagate offers a couple drives that I'm looking at purchasing, because videos take up a lot of room. I'm already down to like probably 200 gigs left out of the whole full terabyte just with video. Like, pretty much the only thing I put on there is video. And Steam games. So those take up some of it. I got my headset, this ridiculous mess of cords, which is actually less than it looks like. It's just pretty much cords wrapped around each other. My weird Mad Catz off-brand Xbox controller, which I've grown kind of accustomed to, but I don't really like all that much. That's an external hard drive that's just purely video. And that is, yes, a Hollywood scene clacker thing, which I sometimes use for syncing up videos. That obscenely bright thing is the light that I use to light my face when in video, because in my videos, if I don't do that, then my face is really, really dark. I'll turn that off so you can actually see. So there's that stand up there. This little jank setup is my Wi-Fi adapter, but I've got my stacks of games. Here, these are my Xbox games. Skate Portal 2, Just Cause 2, Fallout 3, Psychonauts, Mass Effect 2. I have a lot of sequels, evidently. Mirror's Edge, that 3 combo pack with Trials HD, Limbo, and Splosion Man, LA Noire, and Bioshock. And then these are my PlayStation games. That top one, actually, those top 2 don't actually work. Gran Turismo 3 and Jak and Daxter, sadly. Those were given to me, and they don't work. But the rest of them work. Katamari is amazing. Gun is alright. God of War is pretty great. Simpsons Road Rage I played a lot of, actually. And Ratchet and Clank, of course, is amazing. So then this is my little, like, display thing that I have going on. I don't know what exactly it is. Right there, that weird-looking case, that's Riven, the sequel to Myst. I'm definitely going to play it at some point. But that's my box copy of it. I love it. It's a great game, but it sits there for now. That Zelda heart thing is the box for one of those heart mugs that fills up. Got my Retro Duo box, which I know is a different Retro Duo than the one I actually had, or the one I actually have. Hero and I traded Retro Duos because I like the colors, the white and blue, and he liked the red and black. So I gave him my Retro Duo and he gave me his. There's the SNES controller box, one of them. A couple of coffee mugs because I drink a lot of coffee. And then there are my Alien Hominid figurines, which I got with Alien Hominid as a birthday gift from somebody. So that's like the whole desk setup. Then we have light numero uno, and behind that, a On the Rain-Slick Precipice of Darkness Episode 1 poster from PAX a couple years back. A poster that was made by somebody who I went to school with, and that's kind of hard to tell what it is, but that is a Humble Indie Bundle, I want to say 3 poster. It's got Sword and Sorcery, Bastion, Psychonauts, Limbo, and Amnesia, and Minecraft. I can't remember which bundle that was, but it's a poster done by the artist of Bastion, and signed by the artist of Bastion, which you cannot see at all because it's whited out, but it's in the bottom corner, signed by the artist of Bastion. And I got that at PAX 2012, which is hand-signed, so that's pretty sweet. And then you're going to see my ugly mug for a second. But we've got the chairs, which are really uncomfortable, and we're working on something to fix that. So then there's the green screen. As you can see, not the biggest screen. Like, even if I scoot, let's see if I can do this. You're going to see some weirdness here, and I'm sorry about that. But that's just how the way things go. That sentence made no sense to me or you. I'm gonna sing about things, evidently. Okay, so. Oh, don't go to sleep, computer. Thank you. So you can see. Oh, like, I'm just barely. Like, you can. There's a little bit of an edge on either side for the green screen. So it's not a large green screen, which honestly I don't really have. I mean, I'd like to have room for a larger one, most certainly, but I got this one as a birthday gift from my sister, and it's served me very, very well. So there's the other light, lighting the green screen. Those lights stay off, the ceiling lights, as they mess with the green screen. But yeah, there's the green screen. And to give you an idea of this, this may not show it very well because of the wide angle. I'm going to move the chair. That is how much space. Here, I'll turn it sideways so you get a better impression. I'm sorry for the weirdness, but that is how much space there is between the desk, the edge of the desk there, and the green screen. So if I set I'm going to attempt to do this correctly in a way that you'll be able to see. That should be good. Okay. My hand is taking up most of the camera frame, but it's touching the desk right now. I'm almost touching the green screen at this distance. So it's about, oh, I don't know, maybe 5 feet? Yeah, it's about 5 feet. So it's about 5 feet between the green screen and the desk, which does not leave much room for chairs. And it also does not leave really any room at all for lighting the green screen in a way that I would enjoy. Because I would like to be able to light the green screen where the light that's there and the light that's over there, both of which are completely behind me. The lights wouldn't even be on me, and I would have separate lights lighting me. But the problem with that is that I don't have the room to scoot them back, and if I do scoot them back, then they are too close to the green screen, and so you get these whiteouts on the green screen. And green screens are very finicky to really, you have to light them very precisely to get them to read correctly. And I'm really thankful that the program that I edit videos in has a really good green screen chroma keying kind of built-in feature, because it has saved me so much time. Like, I've tried to chroma key in so many other programs, and it's really finicky and hard to get the right way. This one has a lot of tolerance, so we're pretty safe with it. But yeah, so that's kind of the studio. It's pretty small. It's basically a desk and a green screen. Hopefully it will be expanded at some point. And hopefully in the future, this is the distant future, like years, a year at least. But looking into the future, we're definitely thinking about building a better studio and having perhaps a couch, actually, like having chairs that we can sit in when we're at the actual desk, but when we're doing stuff with a controller, be able to sit on a couch and have the green screen behind us. But that's more of a larger operation because we need a lot more room for the couch. We need space between the back of the couch and the green screen, so we have room for lighting so that we don't mess with the lighting on us and messing it with the green screen. And if the lights are, or if the couch is too close, then you get really dark, crisp shadows on the green screen, and then those don't read well when you chroma key. And it's just a whole mess of things that needs to be done and needs to be finagled with. But for now, this studio does its job. We can record in here, and maybe I'll do a video blog next time Hero is over when we're recording. Good lord, my hair is just doing all sorts of David Lynchy things today. Let's just do that. Ha! There we go. David Lynch out the wazoo. So, yeah, maybe next time Hero is over, I will record another one of these blogs. We can do maybe a group blog or something, or he could record one as well. I'm trying to think of other stuff I need to talk about. Oh, when he's over, we should definitely show you guys the setup with the capture card, because you're not going to see it for a while, but Hero got a capture card, a capture card so we can record from like the Xbox and the PS2 and his Wii, and soon, next week, we should be able to record from the Retro Duo, because I got the right cables for it. So we should show you that, because it is a mess, like what we have to set up to actually get it to work. It's very interesting. We did it last time, so hopefully we can streamline the process a little bit and have less of ridiculous amounts of cables like pouring out of my desk. But we'll see about that. The only other thing I want to say is it may not be clear what a step in the right direction plays and a step in the right direction is, because we haven't really introed it, which we keep forgetting to do, but I'm just going to do a quick description here. The way we're doing this, basically, and you may have gotten this from some of the videos, is we are playing through older games, and they're not all going to be older games. Like, we are going to compare older games to their newer sequels, but it's all going to be based around older games, or games that really defined or revolutionized a genre. So we're gonna be playing through some of those, not like full playthroughs. Mostly, like Chrono Trigger is one that we both really wanted to play all the way through, but we're not gonna do it for every game because that would take forever, especially if we're doing like Chrono Trigger and those kind of games, because they are RPGs and take lots of time. So you'll be seeing Chrono Trigger for a long time. But the point of this is, so we'll be playing through these old games, or whatever, those kind of my mind train just crashed into a wall. We'll be playing through old games and games that define genres and things like that and were iconic and yada yada yada. We're going to be playing through them and just being silly and talking about them, playing them, enjoying them, having fun. But then we're also going to be going through and sort of analyzing what made them iconic games and what made them define the genres, or when they're old games, like with Super Mario Kart, for example. Even though it was a bad game, why that spurred such a long-running series, which is a great series that everyone enjoys. So, talking about those things, and we still haven't decided fully on a format for talking about those game design things and being analytical about it. We've played around with scripted episodes. We've played around with recording, or we've played around with the idea of recording like sort of a podcast. Kind of leaning toward a podcast because it'll be more casual and more of a conversational piece as opposed to a really scripted, rigid video. I'd actually like to let you guys, or to ask you guys what you would like to see. Whether you would like to see a more casual back and forth about game design and us talking about, what elements we thought made the games iconic or good. As far as game design aspects, my hair just looks terrible today. Hoodie. And or whether you would like to see a more scripted, like, line by line video. But other than that, I think that will be the end of this vlog. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this was informational and interesting, because I'm always interested in seeing people's studios and things. And it always bothers me. It doesn't bother me, but I'm always like, oh man, I want to see your studios. Like, I've bothered Fraser from FFS TV at PAX a bunch about being like, oh man, what's your studio like? Because I'm always really interested, and he by far has one of the best studios, recording studios for this kind of thing that I've ever heard of / seen little tidbits of. Don't die on me, computer, now. Don't sleep. Yeah. So, I'm always interested in seeing that. If you guys aren't, don't watch the video. I'll name it Studio Tour. So if you're not interested in the Studio Tour, don't watch the video. But you're listening to this now, so you obviously watched through the whole thing. But, yeah, that's basically the gist of things. So I hope you guys enjoyed the 25 minutes of your life that I wasted. And make sure to watch stuff on our website, and make sure to like check our website, because a lot of our viewership comes through our website. So make sure to check our website, because we update pretty regularly. We try to keep to the schedule of a video a day, Monday through Friday. Sometimes that doesn't happen due to recording issues, and encoding issues, and me being an idiot issues, and school issues, because I'm not only doing this, but also going through graphic design school, so I have a lot to do. So if a video doesn't come out, like, on time, sorry, but it happens. I make my best effort, like, literally every morning before class. I'm sitting there, like, typing in the, writing up a description for the video, and or setting up the whole website thing, and doing maintenance. So it is a 24/7 thing. But yeah, if a video doesn't come out, sorry, but we try to keep a regular schedule. So if you check the website, you will see pretty much the last week of videos every time. I think it is about a week, like 5 or maybe it's 2 weeks actually. It might even be 2 weeks worth of videos on the homepage, and then of course you can navigate through the website to find the rest of them. And subscribe to our YouTube, because actually I don't know where I'd be pointing for this, but subscribe to our YouTube, because this is where you get all of our actual, not actual content, but this is where our content sits. And I don't know what I'm doing with my arms. This is where our content sits and does stuff. So if you subscribe, then it'll be in your sub box. Hopefully, if your sub boxes actually work continuously. But if they do, or if you check our channel page, you will see our videos as well, and we try to keep them vaguely organized and in playlists. So yeah, check out there, because that will be where you can also see our videos. Also, not to promote the crap out of everything that we have, but I might as well, we have a Facebook page, facebook.com/namelesspixel. You can like us on Facebook, and we don't post on there that often, but we're trying to do that more. We also have a Twitter. Follow our Twitter. Namelesspixel, or wait, no. Twitter.com/user/namelesspixel, I think. I can't remember how the Twitter username thing is formatted. But just search Namelesspixel on Twitter and you'll find us. We try to tweet decently regularly, and we also, our Twitter feed thing updates when we post a video, so you'll know when we post videos. Other than that, I'd like to say goodbye, and also I'm sorry for wasting like almost a half hour of your life, but I hope it was interesting. So, yeah. I'm also, if you can't tell, horrible at endings by like all of our other videos. So, I just like to end it like with a